there for way too much damage as it usually does. A little bit of an upset, I'd say. I mean, I thought Mech Druid would do a little better, but, you know, solid wild growth draw. And kind of a clunky
To a
mech
bad
draw.
curve.
Yeah.
And then by the time Dr. Boom came out to swing it, it wasn't even that big of a deal. And so in the end, looks like PhoneTap is up 2-1, going to the blind pig phase. The only difference, again, between these two guys, Paladin and Warrior, not really sure what's exactly the best here. Feels like it could go... I feel like I can make a justification for almost anything, in a way.
Yeah.
But I'm leaning over towards the hand locks. I think hand locks pretty good.
Yeah, people usually just play what they're most comfortable with, honestly, so... without knowing the players, it's tough to say. Did we see any golden hero classes?
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe that's just like the most they've played with. I don't think we saw any golden hero portraits compared to the last game where we saw Pimping Ho had the golden shaman.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised to see Warrior being picked either here. Warrior would have been pretty decent. Although, I guess if you're afraid of the Druid, but if you know your opponent's playing Handlock, are you going to be picking Druid?
How many big game hunters do you run? I don't know. Maybe. Some people play two in these. We've seen a lot of handlock in ESL. Like
Sure.
A lot.
Sure.
But, yeah, well, like I said, you can see it going either way. I'm not sure how they feel about certain matchups without having played too much Mech Druid after, I guess, like the first season I did. But, yeah, tough to say.
Okay. Well, I'm going to lean over towards the Handlock mirror here for the choices of the players.
I can see that.
Okay.
Actually, Paladin's pretty good. It looks like it's going to be Druid versus Warlock. Okay.
Yeah, that's the selections they've made.
That's PhoneTap playing kind of a standard Druid list with Paladin Shredder. Wild
Well, he's
Growth.
got Alex Straza,
Yeah.
so that'll be great for...
Definitely helps.
I guess if you want to have a big threat to fight evenly against the Giants.
Alright, well, let's see. I think a lot of this comes down to just big game hunter RNG, like whether you draw that card or not. But if you're the Druid that knows that's the matchup you're playing against, you can mulligan a lot more like, accordingly. And Piloted Shredder, that's a great card against Handlock, honestly. That'll let you kill a giant with just like a swipe to back it up, get something out of it, unlike with a Yeti. So.
Yeah, it's good. It's resistant against some of the AoE. At one point, it's like there's like a threat that Druid can end the game at any moment through the Force of Nature Savage Roar combo, and then like Handlock can never safely Jiraxis, and a lot of it has to stem with minions that are always threatening.
Definitely.
Look at that curve.
It's a good draw. Turn one out. Ooh. Oh, that's tough.
Is it tough?
No, you coin growth here.
Yeah.
Before the Drake, it was tough.
Okay. Oh. No wild growth coin. Because if you coin the wild growth, you'll have 3 mana the next turn. You innervate the Drake, and then you play the Pilot Shredder.
Yep.
But by holding off on this mana, he's saying he wants to save the innervate?
He's saying he wants to save the coin. So basically, he's going to have coin instead of a coin every turn. So I want to say this is just worse in some.
Well, I mean, he saves the innervate so that way he can play something. Because he's playing the Pilot Shredder and the Drake. You do waste 1 mana, though. And a turn.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not sure. I like getting stuff out fast, though, against Handlock before they have their huge threat on turn 4. Definitely
Speaking of huge threats on turn 4.
Yeah, I like seeing life tap here. He's considering just throwing out BGH as a minion. That's vulnerable to Keeper of the Grove, though. Even if it lives. It's, This is my issue with Zombie Chow, by the way. Right here. He really wants to play a Mountain Giant on 4, but if he plays Chow...
He can't do it.
Yeah.
And Chow's supposed to come out early, and that's the whole point of it, to control the board state, right?
Yep. Oh man, he drew Alex Straza. That's the only card in his deck over 7 mana, I think. So that holding on to that Innervate's actually going to pay off a lot.
Oh yeah, he's got a turn 4 Azure Drake into a turn 5 Alex Straza. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, no Keeper here, which is a little unfortunate for him, but Drake, go face. I like it.
Guess he's wondering if he could utilize any of his other spells, but I think that's the best. A little bit of a scary moment here for KingRiaz, because it's not as simple as just dropping the Mountain Giant here.
I think it is. Tap Giant. Kill the Drake.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff that on the other end that's going to be waiting on him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because there's always these games where as much as you're going to drop the Giants, and then like what used to happen when the double combo Druid was first come out, it would be like you just died 2 Savage Roars the next turn. But good news is that's not the case here.
Yeah, I like that he's being aggressive here. It feels so good to kill Azure Drake with Twilight Drake. Drake on Drake cannibalism. It's
what?
Just before it gets keyed.
You what, mate? Hey, by the way, if one of those Wraths was a Savage Roar, this game is over.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. He has the Innervate.
How wild is that, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Well, I think we're gonna see. Man, okay. Well, whatever you do, you're gonna start by drawing a card off Wrath. I think.
Makes sense to me.
You could have Alex as well, but I don't think that's that good here.
No, especially considering that your opponent can Siphon Soul, and effectively Alex did 2 damage, costing you 2 cards.
Yeah, so we are gonna see Piloted Shredder trading up here. I'm surprised that he Wrathed that one. I guess it doesn't. No, it does matter, doesn't it?
That makes sense, considering that's the bigger threat.
Well, if you Wrath the Drake for one, you could... Oh, never mind. This works too, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
An Armor Smith. Well,
not a bad one.
There's definitely worse ones, like Captain's Parrots or Novice Engineers.
Yeah.
You know what's actually one of my favorites to get? Like, what's your favorite to get? I want to know your answer.
Oh man, I haven't played too much Piloted guy, but I guess Doomsayer.
What? You want to get Doomsayer after all what just happened here?
Yeah, it stops them from playing anything on their turn.
Your answer is wrong.
Well, what did you get?
What I want every single time is Patient Assassin. That card is
that was
badass.
insane. That's insane. Yeah.
The first time it happened, I was giggling so hard like a schoolgirl.
Yeah, that's really tough to lose after Assassin.
It's amazing.
Also, Millhouse, I guess, is pretty good.
Yeah, it's true. It's just like straight up value. 4/4. Have you gotten Pagel yet?
I don't want to talk about that card.
Come on, you have an entire emoticon on your channel dedicated to him.
Yeah.
Not gonna even say hi?
I'm gonna light it on fire. That card.
Your sub donation is based off this.
This is a Natpagel attack sound. Yeah. Natpagel's betrayed me. I wanted to keep an Excel sheet going on my Natpagel flips back when he was, in every deck. I think my hit rate was like 43%. I tracked it for like
really?
2
Wasn't
weeks.
there a bug at one point where it was like it only hit 25%?
Yeah.
Was that really a thing? I thought that was just a
People said so. I don't know.
confirmation bias or something.
But it was actually like 50% after they allegedly fixed the bug. Oh man, I was rolling 43 and like over 100 flips.
That sucks.
Yeah, it hurts.
So you're just statistically a slightly unlucky player.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
That's pretty out there on the bell curve, man.
43%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it is. It's a 14-point swing from the opposite end.
Well, BGH, Double Molten Giant, just all around not a great turn for Handlock here. Lothab is really getting in the way of this hand.
Right, and there's there's coin combo next turn. So he actually needs to stall as best as he can.
Is he dead?
I think he's dead, because This Armor Smith's going to be pushing for the last 3 points of damage. And that means PhoneTap has won this series.
Oh, well played by him.
So, it's no patient assassin, but it'll do for now.
Even drew the BGH at the end, just to, just in case.
Well, he heard he needed him, right?
Yeah.
Somebody called for a BGH.
Right on time, as usual.
All right, well, KingRiaz's run will end here, and PhoneTap goes to the semifinals to play the winner of Cole versus Ant.
I like PhoneTap's decks a lot. A lot of, seem like refined, proactive strategies.